keɓal ko ɗum wasimma kon e gurdal ma ngal kadi en daaray ɗum.
As a result of not being able to work anymore.
Sabuna dow ɗum ala liggade e gurdal ma joni.
Rendering you absolutely destitute.
ɗum jonnima sababi basal musungal e nder gurnal ma.
And despite the failure of the police to prosecute the driver who caused the accident.
Nde wonno police ɓen kamɓe ɓe jetta ɓe waɗani lawol maɓɓe ngol luwa on ko jonni ɓe kon pour ɓe yiya wondema o militaire liggotoɗo galle men e laamoɗe to ɓe naɓama suudu ñawurdu ɓe ñawamo.
Your subsequent arrest, charge, and prosecution for giving false information to the then ex-president.
An kadi nangugol ko ɓe nanguma kon ɓe yahuma ɓe teguma tuumal ɗum woni a jonni kibar ɗum woni liggantoɗo jama kibar mo andanɗa wona kibar dariɗo wona kibar dariɗo wona kibar fewɗo heɓiɗo ɓe yahu ɓe ñawuma e dow ɗum.
As well as attempts or charges rather that you attempted to extort money from the ex-president as well.
O wi kadi ɗum woni tuumal ngol ɓe tegingal e hoore makko ɗum woni ɓe a heɓuno anni on pour e waɗugol feere ɗayna président on pour ñaɓa mbuuɗi heɓa mbuuɗi junngo makko e dow konngol ko andanɗa wona konngol heɓiɗi.
After the conclusion of your testimonies, the commissioners may have a few questions to ask you, and you will give any final remarks that you may have.
E dow ɗum ɗon fof si feƴƴi si a gayni an haala ma kan haala ma e joni aɓe jonna e haala kan commission naɓe ɓen si tawi woni kamɓe kadi sengo maɓɓe hino woodi joguiɗo toon ko faalama landade e dow ko haaluɗa kon e kamɓe kadi ɓe landoma.
I hope this is clear and that you're ready to begin your testimony.
Mi sikki wonde Mr. Abdoulie Barry o yo jekkike wondema ko haali ɗo kon fof on faami ɗum eɗon pari pour fuɗɗagol e seedeyagal mon ngal ko on woni landade.
Are you ready to begin, Mr. Barry?
Mr. Barry, obviously, and I pari pour fuɗɗagol seedeyagal mangal.
Yes, I'm ready.
Kindly give us your full names.
Nda hiɗa wawi jonude yimɓe indema e yettore ma.
Abdoulie Barry. My name is Abdoulie Barry. I was born in Brikama.
And where do you currently live?
Nini ko honto hoɗuɗa?
Bundung Bohol. I'm staying at Bundung Bohol.
What is the date of your birth?
Ko hitande honde ɗum jibina ɗon?
Jibina 1961, March the 13th. I was born on the 13th of March 1961.
And what is your occupation?
Honɗum woni golle mo nini?
Welding. I started working as a welderman. After spending some time as a welderman, when I discovered that I was not getting much money out of it, I decided to turn to become a driver.
And before you proceed into your professional history, just tell us what you're currently employed as now.
Yahude haalana yimɓe ko honɗum wonno golle maɗa ni joni ka wonɗon ɗo ɗa wawi ɗon haalande yimɓe ko honɗum woni golle mon. Ni ka wonɗen ɗo.
I'm still a driver.
Kindly tell us how you proceeded from your welding work and what happened after that. Just go through your professional experience for us.
Joni da wawi haalande yimɓe ɗum woni golle maɗa ɗum woni weldino no wonnoɗa ɗum naɓirde e haalana yimɓe ko honno wonnoɗa ɗum naɓirde gurdal ma.
From when you started working up to 2002, which is when the accident occurred.
Nde fuɗɗinoɗa ɗe ligge ma weldin ɗum woni 2002 ha hitande nde andandama wonde o accident heɓike e hoore ma.
Babi am fiƙƙi in 1976, 77. My father passed away in 1976 or 77. That's the time I started as a welderman, so that I can help my mother. That's what I was doing. 1979, I was doing that until in 1979, I discovered that I'm not making any progress. Because my mother had only me to take care of her. I have one sister. Then I decided that maybe if I become a driver, that will help us. mi fuɗɗi doginde black and white safari under Aziz Khan.
That's the time when I turned to become a driver. I started driving at the black and white safari under Aziz Khan.
Before you started working with Mr. Aziz Khan, did you work anywhere else?
I fuɗɗade gollude Mr. Aziz Khan. Nda wodi ka fuɗɗida golle.
Mi waɗayno taxi jamma tumago ñalorma mi wallito horam.
Well, sometimes I used to drive a taxi at night or sometimes during the day to help myself.
And were you doing that in conjunction with your welding work, or were you doing that alone?
Nda ɗum ɗon kadi on driving waɗano ɗa jemma walla ñalorma ni nda a waɗayno ɗum kañum no yaadino welding ma on nda ko pakuno gotum.
Fada mi acci welding on because welding on mi ala no jogu sodugo material mi wawi golle den kono mi ala jogu material sodugol no mi uditara horan atelier.
When I started driving, I completely stopped the welding job because I didn't have the right materials at that time and I was unable to make any progress in the job. This is why I decided to leave that job and continue with the driving.
Kindly continue from when you started with Mr. Aziz Khan at the black and white safari and tell us what you were doing at the time.
Jondo way continue halon gilande mo fuddiri don gollidude Mr. Aziz Khan du woni liggeti wetede safari black and white safari ko dum wadi dik.
Ada ko mi wonno duginde taxi on kono mi jokkiri don ha 1990.
I was driving the taxi until in 1990.
Mi hebi chance yutugol Mr. Khan o wallila mi hebi de golle juude makko.
There was a time when I saw with Mr. Khan, I approached him and he decided to help me to get that job,
Yoni mengoli didon.
That's the time we started working together.
So Allah okori mo bar and restaurant banjo wietelo Bakus.
Then he opened a bar and restaurant called Bakus.
Mengoli de on don how hebi o wondo Calabash do mi makko wonno golludude.
We continued working there until he got another place called Calabash, and still we went on working.
Almost 2000.
We went on together until in the year 2000.
What he decided to go golle ye gol fayda bay sa golle dum ay sangaram ad me may ka duaka memude mi acci.
That's the time when I decided to leave that job because as a pure Muslim, I didn't want to have anything to do with alcohol. And the selling I was doing for him included selling alcohol. This is why I decided to leave that job to look for something else.
And whilst you were working with Mr. Aziz Khan, were you only working as a driver or did you occupy another position apart from that?
Jamanu mo gollide no da lay Mr. Aziz Khan. Nda golle maɗen ko fi dogingol oto on tan da ila ligga façon go kadi le makko
fayda liggeji hewde mi waɗayno.
I was doing a lot of jobs for him.
Mi doginayno mi waɗay shopping mi wonay ka wañ mi defay mi waɗay piji hewɗi dal.
I was driving for him. Sometimes I'll be working in the kitchen. I used to cook for him and I used to do a lot of other jobs for him too.
So your work involved multiple roles.
Awahino wayni golle maɗen no tawa em ko golle ɗuɗuɗe woni e nder golle maɗen.
Ko non yaari dal.
That's how it was going.
Would it be also correct to say that his work was around the tourism area?
Nda feewe kadi o wiya wondema ɗum woni Mr. Abdul Aziz Khan golle makko ɗen ka o liggoto ton ligge makko ɗen place ka won ton no ɓaɗa ka hedde maayo ka hedde touriste ɓen jipporto ton.
Ko toon o liggoto because golluɗo e ɗum o wona ka takko maayo be golla nokkili ɗin fof kala ko ɓe wima yaaru ko toon yarata.
That's how exactly the job was going because if you work for the tourism industry, you have to be around the area where tourists used to go frequently, which is around the seaside and other resort places.
You've already said you worked up to 2000. So what happened in the year 2000?
We are golli ɗon ha hitande wiyetende 2000 kon ɗum waɗi gilandema 2000 hitande 2000 hewdi.
Ɓay joni milañ fayda mi heeɓi wano yimɓe tubakoɓe walli tolan yeru golle an ɗen komin heɓude ko mi daari mi tawi mi darani ka horan seeɗa mi acci golle ɗen mi tawi mi wata yeygol hande kadi mimugol o sangaran e piiji mi jokka
Around that time, I got friends, European friends, who were helping me. So when those people started helping me, then I decided to leave his job because, as I said before, I didn't want to continue selling alcohol because the job I was doing for him included selling alcohol, and I didn't want to have anything to do with alcohol.
Joni, mi acci ɗum ɗo 2001 mi ɗaɓɓi moto hum 10 passenger Nissan.
In 2001, I decided to leave that job. Then I looked for a Nissan vehicle, which I was driving from that time on.
Joni on ɗon mi ndaari mi tawi himo fanɗi mi 2002 mi ɗaɓɓi Toyota 14 passenger seater.
In 2002, I decided to look for a Toyota 14 passenger seater because the one I was having was a little bit small.
I
was having that vehicle, driving and walking. Then until in the month of May, after walking, I decided to close from work and I was on my way going home.
Before we get to what happened on that day, can I just ask, you were previously employed by Mr. Aziz Khan, and you had said with the help of some of your European friends, you were able to purchase a vehicle for commercial purposes. So at this point, you were self-employed, is that correct?
Mr. Abdul Aziz Khan ko ƴettuna ma golle ɗuɗa makko ha hewɗuɗa wajiraɓe ɗum woni wajiraɓe portoɓe ɓen ɓe heɓuɗa ballal e jungo maɓɓe ha soduɗa moto hum hoorema joni no wayni hiɗa gollande hoorema wonɗa e gollande dakko gonon
mi soodi o moto mi waɗali inde an e Toyota on e makko par ce que on andi on sayti si tawi ɗa waɗi inde ma ka suka ɓe inna o ala ko ala. So mi waɗi inde Frenjango makko e nder insurance on.
That's true. That's true. After buying the Toyota, I didn't put my name in the documents of the vehicle. I decided to put a friend's name there so that people will not look upon me as somebody who is completely independent working for himself. So, and at that time, I wanted to be somebody who is anonymous, so this is why I put a friend's name on the documents of that vehicle.
But indeed, you were the true owner of the vehicle at the time.
No, so nini tigi si andar tigi ko ono tigi jey moto on.
Min do ko lakkadan ko min tigi jey mo.
Yeah, that's quite true. It was my sweat. It's my property, myself.
And the business was also your business. You were working for yourself and not for anyone else.
The business on kadi ko on kan jeymo e ko on horama on da gollande wona hay goto on da gollande.
Donc non yari.
That's quite true.
Please continue and tell us what happened on that date that you referred to.
Ndo way kontinde hala ko hondu wadi lewru me ko hondu waduno.
Ndeñande mi golli ha e fawndo ono 8 milan hota galle.
On that day I worked till around 8. I was going home.
Mi iti mi ndari ni mi nenirawan ne wondo Brikama himo dari.
Then on the way going home, I saw my stepmother standing by the roadside, who was resident at Brikama at the time. Then I called my mate and told him to bring that old woman on board so that we can take her to Brikama. My mate came down and did as I told him, and at the time we decided to go back onto the road and continue the journey.
Sorry, Mr. Interpreter. I believe he kept on saying his apprentice.
Apprentice, that's the mate, the mate he has inside the vehicle.
I think the more appropriate word would be the apprentice.
Okay, it's all the same. Okay,
Yeah,
the
thank
apprentice.
you very much. Yeah, please proceed.
Are you continue?
Joni way apprenti on hibini moto menangi lawol yahugol.
After my apprentice did that, we took up the road going.
Me yawo ha me hewti St. Peter's High School, Johnson.
We went up to the junction of St. Peter's High School. Then that's the time the apprentice told me some people are going off the vehicle, let me stop. 4 of them were supposed to go down. The 3 people sitting behind me, and there was one person just behind them. They were the people who should have alighted from the vehicle. When I stopped, the apprentice opened the door and they started alighting from the vehicle.
Mr. Barry, sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to know where you stopped.
Tigi Uncle Johnson of after St. Peter's High School.
It was after St. Peter's High School, the first junction.
And were you on the road or were you off the road?
Ari
on sati ko lawol single road no ngol moƴƴa mi jippi lawol ngo few almost 3 meters.
It was a single road and not very wide, but I decided to leave the road about 3 meters. When the apprentice opened the door and these people started alighting from the vehicle, I turned to look behind me to see what the apprentice was doing. That's the time I saw bright lights coming in front of me. Before knowing whatever was happening, I had a big bang and a loud bang on the door of my vehicle.
Mr. Barry, I'm sorry to interrupt you again. You said you saw bright lights coming towards you. So this car was coming in the opposite direction?
Awi wanda magel dari atan e ida moto no ara yeso ma e lampu angal feri lampu angal e hore man dal ko ara no woni ka dari na dado
o moto no iwri banjulundi millan yara telen banjulundi moto no iwri banjulundi mo yara Serekunda.
The vehicle was coming from Banjulundi going towards Serekunda, and I was leaving Serekunda going towards Banjulundi.
Joni baminani no konka bafala.
When I had that knock on my vehicle's door,
Mr. Barry, sorry, I have to interrupt you. You did not tell us about the knock. You just told us that you saw bright lights coming towards you. So please, just take it slowly and just tell us what happened after you saw the bright lights coming towards you.
I heard the noise, and before knowing whatever was going on, I realized that these people had already reached my vehicle. That was the time when this bang happened, and it looked like if somebody has poured very hot water on my body. And when I looked at myself, I realized that I was bleeding seriously from my mouth and from my leg also. Then that was the time when I checked myself, I realized that my leg has been broken and my waist has turned to a degree which was not correct. I turned and looked around, and I realized that my vehicle was surrounded by soldiers. That's the time when they came to the vehicle and removed some irons, and some of them were saying, no, 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 he is not dead, he is not dead.
Mr. Barry, just for the interpretation, was it your waist that had been injured, or was it your hip?
Oui. Ndako ko keki ma kimbe ganyo ndako ko yal mangal do ka sengo nyam no ka pecce baw ba ndako beccal mangal.
Keki onga.
Koto
Can you please get up and perhaps just tell us which part of your body you're referring to? Sorry for that. That's your hip, hip bone.
My hip bone was broken and the bone came out.
And which other part of your body was also injured? Please sit down, please.
Si feƴƴe ɗum no ko honto kadi ɓandu ma ɗum kadi gañi no
ɗo ga on ɗo ko ko soddare ɓen waɗi jandindi ka bafal ittugol yaltingolla o hawri e ɗo ɗenna jandindi ɗumanni on sati mi fuɗɗi sonkude tumnani waɗi kat ga kadi heli.
When the soldiers came and tried to remove me from the vehicle, the way they were doing it was also very hard. Then all of a sudden, I had something broken, which really happened to be my bone, which was broken again.
Which bone are you referring to? Which part of your body?
Ƴiyal hongal ɓandu ma ndu e songo on to ɓandu ma ɗum heluno.
Ko hakkunde busangal ɗo ko ɗo heli.
Mi ani de hede hoto ko koyngal ngal walla?
I believe
it was my thigh bone. My thigh bone. Yes.
Yes. And let's just go back a little bit so that I can get some more details from you.
Joni do way rutade bawo seeda pour me waaw faamude tigi tigi ko falda kon e labbinde kon.
After you saw the bright light flashing in front of you, you suddenly heard a noise.
Bilandama yi dari don yi don lampu wangal wero wangal dari lampu wangal feru wangal dari e hoore mo ino ara e mo. Wi gilandama dari da don wiida moto wangal no ara e yeso ma o darni be darni feru wangal lampu wangal e hoore mo.
Andi komi dari.
I'm just trying to recap what you have told me, so just confirm whether what I'm saying is correct. After you saw the bright lights heading towards you, you...
O fala tan rewtare ko haaldoɗa kon pour laɓɓintingol dakko ko noon yaari ko sifiɗa ɗo kon o wi gilandema dariɗa tan yiiɗa motowal ngal feerewal ngal lampuwal ngal dari e hoore ma.
You heard a noise, you heard a loud noise, and that's when you realized that you had been hit.
Nanuɗa hito teddugo hito ngo andanɗa hito ngo no mawni ha te ko on wattu famuɗa wondema e a gañama.
No ko adi ɗum ɗon ko ɓay mi lan jippina ɓeeɗa ndara apprenti an on ni ko komin nani waɗi to ɓurum yeƴƴita ko ala ndara ni ko lampuji ɗimmi yeesa ko ɗon noon.
Well, when I turned to look at the apprentice who opened the door for the passengers to alight from the vehicle, that's the time when I saw these bright lights coming towards me.
The man had a noise, boom.
Yes, after turning, that's the time this accident happened, and it was a loud bang when they knocked my vehicle.
And can you tell us who knocked your vehicle?
On site gonga mi anda ko hombo ko mi yi ko minute so dari be mi ko mi alla wadi pay ko ngono bawang so fejo me makko wondi ko me labilan dettilan nabilan ka laptani.
Well, really I cannot say which vehicle knocked me. But what I realized after opening my eyes, I saw a lot of soldiers who were standing by my vehicle, and when they tried to remove me from the vehicle, that's the time when my other bone, my thigh bone, was broken. But it was one of the younger ones who were sitting behind me who helped me and took me to the hospital.
And do you know where these soldiers came from?
On denyande tigiti on me andali because harila mari duma folin police agent ari halanila.
At that instant, I didn't know who they were and where they came from, but it was later on when a policeman told me.
And can you tell us which side of your vehicle was hit?
Sengo e hongo e moto mongong be honki.
Driving door and exactly.
On the side of the driver's seat, exactly that's where they knocked.
And that is where you were sitting?
Yes.
Apart from you, did anyone else sustain injuries from the accident?
Apparently, o yanoduna e bafanga kankadi weriji motudi bar minimos kabando makko e debbogo
Well, my apprentice also fell down with the door of the vehicle which was knocked. The glass, the broken glass wounded him on some part of his body, plus another lady who was also on board the vehicle.
Were they the only two who sustained injuries?
Yes, these are the only two people who were injured.
And you said with the assistance of some people you were taken to the hospital, is that correct?
By so dari ben yaltinelang ko mutu gono arabawan onno andilang on kon dittilang wadilang ka mutu makko nabilang banjulundin.
After the soldiers moved me out of the vehicle which was right behind me was somebody who knew me. It was that person who put me on board of his vehicle and took me to the hospital.
And what happened when you got to the hospital, if you know?
Mi hewti banjulundin walenilang stress be nabilander.
It was at the Banjulunding hospital where they took me to. When we reached there, they put me on board, on top of a stretcher, and they took me inside the hospital.
So mini be wallang be jonalan telephone mi nodda bingwang.
I appealed to them to help me with a telephone so that I can call my wife at home and inform them.
At the on-site mobile ala ko Landford would land.
At that time, there were no mobiles. People depended on land phones. Because as far as working, I was working at the hotel, I had a land phone at home. That was the time when they called my wife and gave her the information, then she quickly came. She took a taxi and came and found me lying down on a stretcher. I was having some money in my pockets. When I wanted to give her this money, she said, "No, I'm not after the money."
Take your time, Mr. Verity.
What are you doing, Mr. Verity? What are you doing?
I'm sorry that we have to put you through this. I know this is very emotional for you.
Fami wonde ma musiha pour rewta goldum kono accaneme ya fondamenta.
As soon as you're ready, please proceed.
So on pari don way men faminde continue yewtere nden.
Mike.
Mike, please.
Please put the mic on. Thank you.
Who mic ma? Okay.
Benga bay o hewti mi joni mo dimbudi o wi o jokata ko di.
When my wife arrived, I gave her the money. She said she will not catch that money.
Beni ambulance on site beni wo ambulance ala fuel.
They said they need an ambulance, but the ambulance had no fuel.
No di benga o li tinimbudi o sodi fuel.
That's the time when my wife took out her money and bought fuel for the ambulance.
That's
the time I was taken to the Royal Victoria Hospital, but at that time I was not aware of anything. I didn't even know where I was.
And that's because you were unconscious, is that correct?
On famano ka won ndako gonga.
Hari mi andal hande ka honno moni be pengelan ko be pengelan don be wadi drip e horan dum mi anda hande kadi konto mon dal ha me hewti ka laptani.
They fixed drips for me. They gave me an injection and took me to the hospital. In fact, I spent 3 days in the hospital there without being conscious. It was after 3 days I became conscious of my environment.
And you're referring to the Royal Victoria Hospital?
Royal Victoria Hospital.
Yes.
After you were referred from the Banjul Hospital?
When
I was taken to the Banjul, to the Royal Victoria Hospital, When I became conscious, I looked around and saw my children around me. With my wife. They were there for a short while, and then a policeman came in. The policeman said, "Yeah, I know you." The policeman told me that when the accident occurred, I came there running to check, but the time I arrived there, you had already been evacuated to the hospital.
Can you tell us, sorry Mr. Barry, can you tell us what the name of the policeman was?
His name, we know him as Dambele. I don't know his first name, but we usually call him Dambele.
Do you know from what police station he came from?
Police station
Banjulundin police station.
He works at that time at the Banjulundin police station. So that was the time when when this thing occurred. They took me, when my wife arrived there, they took me to the RVTH. Well, after I became conscious, after seeing my wife with my children around me, later on they went home. Then the policeman came back in. He said I was the first man to reach the scene of the accident. I asked him which vehicle knocked my vehicle. The policeman said it was a Mitsubishi Coaster.
Mitsubishi State House
He said the Mitsubishi Coaster was coming from Kanilai going to State House. It is the vehicle which takes soldiers from one venue to the other. He said he looked inside the vehicle, he saw my driving license and my vehicle's insurance.
That's
the time when he asked the other man about, when they asked him about my vehicle insurance and the driving license, let him hand them over, but the policeman said no.
Can we have the interpretation again? Mr. Barry, kindly just repeat the statement that you just made.
When the policeman came in, I said to him, I asked him which vehicle knocked my vehicle. He said it was a Mitsubishi Coaster coming from Kanilai.
State House
going towards State House. It was that vehicle which knocked my vehicle. He said he looked inside my vehicle and found my driving license there and my vehicle's insurance. Then he asked the driver of the coaster, where is his driving license and insurance? And that man said he doesn't have a driving license. Then I asked him the vehicle's number.
2437A.
He said the vehicle's number was 2437A.
And was that BJL or KM or any other?
2434A. BJL or KM
BJL.
He said the vehicle's number was BJL.
And did he tell you what, if anything, he did with the driver of the vehicle, of the state guard?
No, no, see you hit ko wadi ko waduno on driver udogina no do on motor State House.
He said to me,
o driver ko kanko duginanta ya jamme moto makko nabugo sodari be ko civilian driver o duginana ya jamme naba sodari be so pari o ya duginana nene makko kadi mer bojang ka galle makko.
He said the driver of that vehicle was the driver who used to drive the Mitsubishi Coaster. taking Yaya Jammeh's soldiers from one venue to the other. But after he leaves that job, the same man goes and drives for Yaya Jammeh's mother.
And who are you referring to as Yaya Jammeh's mother?
Ansati mimi anda kono ko benta mako mer Bojang on site ko mi yata to mi anda no ci ko hanno.
Well, I didn't know who that woman was, but what I heard, what they were calling her was Mayor Bojang.
And would that be Asombi Bojang?
Nda fewai wi gol wonda ko Asombi Bojang o wiete.
On tigila.
Yes, she's the very one.
And did the police officer supply you with the name of the driver?
The police be jonni no inde on driver moto.
It was that same policeman who gave me the name of this driver.
And would you happen to know, whilst you were at Banjulding Hospital struggling to get money for the ambulance to take you to RVTH, whether or not the driver or any other person came to see you?
Wattu mo wonno don Banjulding ka lobutani ton idon wadde fere pour honno wawir ton e cioggu essence pour wadon ka moto ton da gandal ma o driver mda siko driver feggido ma gallido ma nda goddo go arno ton pour ndarugol ma ton do be a itede ton
donc ari ton ko driver ji wondo bawanji frenja on addu dolan on don wonno don ha binga hewti.
It was the driver who was driving the vehicle just behind me who took me to the hospital, but he was there until my son arrived there. My wife arrived there, sorry.
So the driver who caused the accident did not take you to the hospital or make any attempts to come and see you there, is that correct?
You know, any driver galli do ma on don o arano on dara ma ko lobudan te o lijintinano fima kadi gilande ma wonno da ko lobudan.
Mi yal mo hande kadi ha nyande balde tati den ko arno Thailand RBTH simiyemo.
I didn't see him from that instant until after 3 days when that man came to the hospital in Banjul, the RVTH. That's the day I set eyes on that driver.
And tell us what happened when he indeed came after 3 days to see you.
Hala yimbe joni hondu wadi gilande ma balde tati den feji o ari o ndarugol maka lobutani.
By police ajon yahi woni don seda kankadi o nati.
When the policeman was there for some time, he went out. That was the time when this other driver also came in.
Onati mo wati uniform dark blue.
He was wearing a dark blue uniform.
Milandi mo ko hondu wadi o wi ko kanko tampilan.
I asked him what was he doing there. He said it was him who knocked my vehicle.
Minimo ankor no dunyari.
I asked him, how did this happen?
We were o yeso makko o wadi ni tun feiti lawongo mo jippode aro tawilan.
He said he was just suddenly saw something. That's the time when all of a sudden he said something crossed in front of him, and in doing that he wanted to avoid that thing when he came and knocked my vehicle.
We were
there for some time.
Sorry, let me come back. When don't say that on site or me landing my mini uncle honto gollata.
We were there for some time. Then I asked him, where do you work?
We work uncle driver State House.
He said he was a driver at the State House.
You know, Jabali father milande mo inde makonde o yetilang o wiwo ko Dauda Sane o yete.
I asked him his name. What he told me was that his name is Dauda Sane.
Minni mo joni heno lan wali ni de.
Then I told him, you see, now I am lying down here.
Ditimbud no gai joyi o joni jum anku Jabali.
That was the time when he took out $25 and wanted to give it to my daughter, my small daughter, but the little girl refused to take the money. He gave it to my elder child, who took the $25. He got up and was about to leave. That my wife was sitting on a chair not far away from us. Then my wife called him. My wife asked him, what are you? That's the time he said that he's from the Jola tribe. That's the time when he said he was from the Jola tribe. And also, my wife also happened to be from the Jola tribe. Then my wife told him, you see my husband, he's lying down here. But they went on talking, but I was unable to hear what they were saying because the kids were near me and they were making noise. This is why I was unable to hear what they were saying. He got up and left. I stayed at the hospital there. I was there for 3 months when they fixed some iron inside my leg.
Mr. Barry, before we move forward, just kindly remind us of the date of your accident, because you said you were in the hospital for 3 months.
Accident
I think May on the 29th, he be accident on Jama.
The accident took place on the 29th of May at night.
Was it in May or April? My apologies.
April.
It was in April. It was in April.
And what dates in April?
It was 29.
It was on the 29th of April.
2002.
Yeah.
2002, yes.
And you were at the RVTH for 3 months. Before we move on, the driver, did he tell you who he was working for? I know he was driving a state guard vehicle, but did he tell you who his employer was?
No, mi fami wonde ma wi wonde alandino driver o wima wonde ma ko galle lamorde men to ko ton o gollata nda kono haalano mo tigi tigi on ko hombo jettimo golle ko hombo on e gollande
mi o wilan kanko ko state guard driver.
What he told me was that he is a state guard driver.
Do you know?
Police agent wilan o ko state guard driver civilian ko on wadi on confirm on the matter ko civilian jo.
It was the policeman who clearly told me that although he's driving a state guard vehicle, but he is a civilian.
Did he tell you whether he was working for the government or whether he was working for Yaya Jammeh personally?
O wino ma wonde ma on waji on dum woni fe gallido moto ma on da o wino ma wonde ma ko laamul Gambia o wonno ligganade nda ko Yaya Jammeh on e ligganade.
He was working for Yaya Jammeh.
Thank you very much. And during the course of your admission at the RVTH hospital for 3 months, did you receive any treatment?
Jamanu mo wallinna ma on ka lobudani banjul do dum ko yata ha lebbi tati nda hebuno nyawndugal e sengo mabbe don be nyawnduno ma
komi woni ɗon ɓe waɗano lekki an ha ɓe haɓɓi ndi jandi mi wali ɗon milan ajji ɗon ko hetta lebbi ɗiɗi mi wattota komi wattani ndi jandi no jogilan hilan wali walori ni rek.
Yes, I was lying on the bed there and they brought this iron and fixed it on my leg. I was in that position for 2 months. I cannot turn on any side. I was just lying on my back.
The iron that they fixed on your leg, how was that inserted?
No,
atare be posude don andi o weight dum no teddi no buri ora 50 or 150 kilo dum be wadno joni be ni joni ko operation be wadata e hore am.
Well, this iron is heavy. It was a 150 kilo iron. But when before they did that, they said they are going to perform an operation on me. And that was the time when they told me to try and secure some people who will supply me with blood, then they will go ahead with the operation. But I was unable to get blood. It was my wife who took out some money. That was the time when my wife took out some money and gave it to them, and that's the time when they brought this blood.
And do you know whether that was a service you were supposed to have paid for, or was this supposed to be provided by the government? RVTH was a state hospital.
Oui, ender gandal ma ndax ida faami wondama dum ko be wadamma don ko golle de andandama wondama ko be foduma wadande ko laamu ngu foduma wadande na fo ida foti a fota itude hem buudu ndax ida faami dum sabu ko l'hôpital mo wonda e mum ton ko l'hôpital e laamu ndax ida faami dum
ya kono on sati be ndaral lang el yari non be ngal ndari tawi tampere dudi o yaltini mbudi o jonni be.
Well, that's what happened, but when I stayed there for that, and there was no blood available, my wife saw that I was suffering. Then she decided to take out money so that we can get blood from somewhere, so that they can go ahead with the operation. That was the time when they took me and performed the operation on me.
And the situation what when alone the way hold the be honno be fecciri do be wadi o jandiga be dettindia be wadi delay.
Well, if there are people who can even look at me at this present moment, the iron was moved from the original place they put it, and they brought it down and put it in my leg.
Mr. Barry, I don't want to trouble you, but if you could stand up again, I know that it's difficult, just to demonstrate so that we can understand what you're trying to say.
Mr. Barry, men fami wondama hino musi ma immo jodo ma on kono stayi woni hidon wa imma de la goro mi hollira men holla do hollira do honno dum wada e banduma dum mojje.
Yeah, please go ahead and explain.
Oui, fudara sifoda ko honno dum wadira.
Well, it was here. I'm not seeing him anyway, but I'll just say what he's saying. It was removed from this upper part here. And this place, this area here was the place where they were supposed to insert it. That's where the bone was broken.
Please, Mr. Barry, just to clarify, what was removed and what was inserted, please?
Mr. Barry, oy ko fala ko andude ko hondum be yaltini ko hondum be natini.
Ko be natti o be wadi guddum ga be nattini o do. Joni o lega
ko be nattini ko dum ko jandi walla ko jial walla ko dum.
Ono foremost ring be wadi mo der si be police o ya wontiri der ton.
It was just like a ring which they put inside.
Johnny Gaon, because no Hillary no fair, but with 2 inches, how much 1 inches. But why join them on a short, long?
They decided to reduce the bone by 2 inches so that they can fix something there. This is why my legs are longer than each other.
And which bone did they decide to reduce? Is it your hip bone or the thigh bone?
Yal hongal be uidi be usti ndako ko yal hakkunde wangal ndako
hakkunde ga ko jutu ngal lega ko don be duiti fino fippira be wada janini.
Well, it was this bone up here which was reduced so that they middle one, so that they can be able to insert whatever they are supposed to put in there.
Please sit down and then we will continue. Are you referring to your thigh bone or not?
Busal mangal wonda widema.
Busangal doga.
It was the thigh bone on top.
And the hip bone, you said a metal or perhaps a ring. I don't know if you said metal. I didn't hear it through the interpretation, but you said a ring was inserted to hold it in place. Can you tell us what object? Mr. Interpreter, sorry, let's avoid our speeches overlapping, please. I just wanted to find out what object, what the object was made up of, rather.
Ko fala ko andude ko dum woni ko be naati ko dum woni ko holburema dow ga ko façon sifa hondum jande sifa hondum siko jande siko sifa hondum ko be naati don kon
andi si wada ma operation a wata yande hodo ma ko dum addi o koyngal do ay lan wayto nde odo kono odo mi wata on tim wada mo support.
Well, when they are performing this type of operation on you, you can't see what they were doing. I was not seeing what was being done to me. But I just know that this is why my legs are longer than one another.
Let's just go back to your hip. The object that was inserted there, was it made up of plastic, wood, iron? What was it made up of?
Ko ɓe natini nder ton kon ko honɗum ɗum moƴƴinirando ko poore o nda ko jandi siɗa faami
ɗi min nde ñande ɓe waɗi injection on e ɓawan o lega mayi hilan jooɗi hilan sutiɓe so yahi ka table mi yimo jogui goɗɗum ko rawnini o ari ɓay o ficci koynga o waɗi on sati mi yihimo pusa ɗum ɗon wi bob joni o lega ɓe yaltinimo ni ɓe taƴi hilan sutimo hanko ɗetti jandi juutude wana oɗo ni.
Well, what I can say is that, as I said before, when they were performing this operation on me, I was not able to see exactly what was being done, but I saw something white in his hand, which he decided to bring and put it inside my body. Then that was the time when my part of my thigh bone was reduced so that this object can fit in there. So after they performed this operation, this is why up to now, I have to support my other leg sometimes when I'm moving.
So an external object was essentially inserted into your bones?
Awa hino wa ini wodi ko ɓe ƴetti ko ɓe andana ɓe ɓeyditiri ka nder busalma nder pour ɓeyditira pour koyngal ma ngal pour wawa yarde no fewiri.
Yeah, Kolun doctor we know because we are not follow on the operation. We was about the avatar of the corner. I will help you.
That's what the doctor told me, because initially he said if he doesn't do that, I will not be able to walk again. Then this is why I agreed for him to go ahead with the operation.
And what about the other injuries that you suffered? How were they treated? You told us that you bled seriously on that day. Did you have any wounds?
Joni no wayni ga si faƴƴi koyngal mangal gañande goɗɗe ɗen nde heɓuɗaɗe e ɓandu ma nden ɗen ɗon noon ko honno ɗe ñawnira sabu a wino wondema a wiɗo yimɓe wondema ñalande nde heɓuɗa o accident nden e ñande on hibbi ƴiƴan e ɓandu mon ɗum yalti e ƴiƴan tigi ɗen ɗon gañande ko honno ɗe ñawnira
ɓe docteur ɓe kiɓanɓe hiɓe jogui wona machine go ɓe adda ɓe waɗa ka hundukan ni wona max.
Well, it was the Cuban doctors who came. They will put something like a mask on my mouth when they are working on me. But when they fixed that mask-like thing on my mouth, it used to look like something which is being pumped into my stomach, and my stomach will be a little bit extended. Until when they did it for the second time, I heard some noise like bones being moved. Then after that second time, they didn't do it to me. But up to now, if I bend my head like this on this other side, I still feel pain.
And these bones that you heard moving and crackling underneath your body, which part of your body are you referring to?
Ngal ƴiyal ngal andama wiɗa wondema ɗo ngal dirtinama kangal wonno ɗon ka ley ɗon kangal fotno wonde ɗon koye hedde honto e ɓandu ma ɗum ɓe dirtinir ngal
ngal kaka busal ɗo.
That is just about near my thigh bone.
On ɗuyta.
Did you also...
That's where they did this operation, where they reduced.
I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to when the doctor put the mask on your face and it looked like something like air was being pumped into your stomach. You did mention that you suffered injury around your rib area.
Wi wona ɗum ɗon woni wiide a wi ɗo wondema e wattumo wannon o ko wiyete ko mask hunduko ma pompi reedu ma ɗum ƴuufi ko wi ko ɗum o woni landade fi mum ko honno ɗum ɗo yaruno
ani si docteur ari dargolan so mimi ga semi sunki o waɗani on dari o tawi gano ɗumanni so ko ɗum o waɗata on jonnila max laabi ɗiɗi so pompilan o yaha nde ñande o are kadi o waɗino so acci arbaɗugol ɗum hande kadi o wi joni ko mi ñaamo rek joni mi ñaamo rek ko ɗum waddala mi ñaamo.
This Cuban doctor, when he comes, well, I don't know what he does, but when he fixed this mask on my mouth, my stomach used to be extended a little bit. When he did this twice to me, then later on he told me, now you can eat. This is why I have done this to you, so that you can have a chance to be able to eat, which will not disturb you.
And how were you eating before?
Nyamete dal o waɗanano e plat o waɗi litti wano makkani o waɗi line si ɓe nga waɗanalan ko ñiiri ha ɗon hattata ma ko ñame toon feƴƴata ɗo ko nami ñaamo ko heewi o nami weele joni ko ɗum o jonnanolan no mi ñamirta dal.
Well, whatever food they give me, they used to tell my wife, they brought a plate where they used to measure the food that I am supposed to eat. The amount they always measure, they tell my wife, don't give him any food more than this, so that I will not be hungry, but I should not also eat more than what they measure for my wife to give me.
And do you know what was responsible for your difficulty in eating?
Da hida andi da fami ko hondun sababu ko taki nyamugol mangol fota durude fota ka welede a fota ka ndu fota rennu gadi fota harude ha da hida andi ko no sababu dum
ndo mi andali ko docteur be wadi lan on advice.
Well, I don't know what was the cause. It was just an advice from the doctors.
Do you know what eventually happened with your rib injury?
Oui, si fejje dum don ngal yalma ngal ka sengo ka beccere ma do da hida andi ko hondu wadu nongal ka sakitorum.
Ya sabuna aduna ko fitu ni beno do ay dum waduno dubi saponi be ngam ko watta ko takwam fita o dumano kanko waylta talan si mi wadi ni wata wayltade kanko min talan walli nalan dubi sappo o wawal hebude biddo hakkunde amiya makko ko din don feji salla kore mo biddo kala.
It took me 10 years lying in that way. It was my wife who will move me from one side to the other. And during those 10 years, we cannot do anything. It was after the 10 years that I was able to have children with her. So it was her who helped me, moving me from one side to the other, until I became a little bit better. Then that's the time when we had children.
And not being able to move from one side to another, or not being able to turn, was that as a result of the rib injury, or are you talking about the entire injuries you suffered from that accident?
Oui, comme no wirdani duubi sappo awa ko debbo benguma ko on membinta on nano e nyaamo fo ko waylata on nano e nyaamo nda a faala wiide dum don ko sababi dum don ko dum woni ka beccal ma do ko accident ko hebuna don ko dum sababi dum dako nder accident gagnande de hebuda kan ko dum sababi dum fo
wonno e time fadda hanjoni tumago simi walori ke telon ni min mi wata wayltade because si onga ko ngalan si nati fe iti ko wonata don ni mi wata wayltade be ora wayltala.
Well, this is still happening to me. Up to this minute, I'm suffering from that problem. Sometimes if I lie down on my left side like this, I will not be able to move myself unless my wife comes and move me. I can say that it is due to the wound on my left side which caused all these problems for me. Up to now, I'm still suffering from that problem.
So you're not completely healed?
Alhamdulillah, Father, nyando no burorde joni because no woni yarda non no wadi de il non dal no woni yarda non.
Yes, I can say thanks to Allah. I am recovering little by little daily, but still I am still on the path of recovery.
And can you tell us what particular aspect of that accident caused that particular injury on your left side, near your ribs?
We on accident hebi do don monatu da mun gon dahida fay halande yimbe ko hondun dum tamper hondun dum sababi no e sengo ma dum woni e ka sengo ka beccal maga ka gaño don ko dum sababi dum don e accident no
andi neddo sa woni no sukayda satti ha goddum hebi ma joni a wawana horema no musi.
Well, as a young man, I was doing everything for myself. But when this thing happened, that's where everything changed for me. And I saw myself in this condition, whereby I'm still suffering from this condition.
Please tell us what happened after you left the hospital. You said you were admitted for 3 months. What happened after you left?
Johnny, hala yimbe sifano yimbe ko hondu wadi abi yimbe wondema awali nano ko lobudani ko yaata ha lebbitati gila no be accidu ma ko lobudani ko hondu wadi ti
Johnny bay mi yalti mi ari ka galle.
When I left the hospital and came home,
woni don seda mi dare mi tawi fayda situation on no kano what the worst rek.
I stayed at home for some time, but I realized that my situation is going from bad to worse.
Imi nyande go minni joni mi wakkilo remi ha Banjulundi mi anda honno o honto muto an woni ma ko honno mi dara muto mi anda.
Then one day I said to myself, let me get up and go to Banjulunding so that I will know where my vehicle is and in what condition is that vehicle.
Me imi galle around 8 before 11 to 12 mi wawi hewtude Talinding ilan jogi di cabbi hilan yaha simi hebi moto don be addi lam Banjulundi.
Well, I left my home walking on crutches up to Talinding. That's the time when I got a vehicle which took me from the road and brought me to Banjulunding.
I mi hoti police station mi natugola mi hawr mi fotti Mr. Dambele police agent.
When I arrived at the Banjulunding police station, just when I was about to go inside, I met this policeman called Mr. Dambele. I said to him, do you recognize me? He said, yes, I recognize you. He said to me, it was the day you had this accident, it was me who came there until you were evacuated to the Banjul hospital. I said to him, but after you left the hospital, I didn't see you again. What has happened? He said the driver came to them there and told them that he has died. I said to Dambela, well, if that has been the truth, wouldn't you be able to go and see my wife, my family, my children, so that you can get the truth from them? He told me that he was on holiday. He went on leave, but he started working on that very day I came there.
Insurance a driving license, a statement
Then that's the time he told me, here is your driving license and your insurance, vehicle insurance, and the statement you wrote on that day. He told me to come again and he'll write another statement for me. That's the time when he wrote this statement. When he was ready, he said to me, we should go to Brikama to see their SO. I was having only $7 with me. $8 with me. In those days, from the point we were, it was $2 to Brikama, then we paid the fare and went to Brikama. We went and met Mr. Jatabalde.
Mr. Jatabalde
Jatabalde asked him what the problem was, and he explained to Jatabalde that this is the man who had that accident at Banjulunding.
And Mr. Barry, you're saying that you had to pay for this police officer's fare from Banjulunding to Birkama, even though he was performing his duties as a police officer.
Hina wayni Mr. Barry afala widem yimbe wondama ko an yobanno o Mr. Dambele jo pasi imogoro e Banjulunding ha Birkama ndo no e do koy do ligge makko kadi o woni.
Because by me him o yahamo ara mo dara jifaji makko fala landade yimbe.
Well, I realized that he was going in and out, putting his hand in his pockets to the point of asking money from other people. And this is my business, and I didn't want to stay there long. So I decided to take the burden and pay for both of us to go.
And this was not the first time you had done something like that, because you had told us that at the RVTH, you also had to pay for blood, which you shouldn't have.
You know what? Ini wana dunda wonna premier hida yaltina kales ender fi o accident ma sabu ay sifani ke do yimbe wonda ma wiida wonda ma gilay wonno don ka lobudani gale duwoni banjulu ka lobudani jano be nguma kadi yobbituno don budi pour be wawa sodude jijan ko be wawata fosude e ma.
Yeah, me yobi fuel me be na bela ambulance me yobi jijan me yobi on $4 kadi me yahi.
Yes, it started with the time when my wife bought fuel for the ambulance. We went to the Banjul hospital where we paid for the blood. And also, this is the third time I paid his fare to go to Brikama.
So what happened when you got to Birkama? Where did you go?
Hondo wade bilandama yertudon Birkama, hondo yahudo.
Men tawi aussi Jata Balde o landi mo ko wadi o wi o hebu accident Banjulundin do.
We went and met O.C. Jatabalde. Jatabalde asked him, and the man, and Mr. Dambele told Jatabalde that this is the man who had that accident at Banjulundi.
Where did you meet O.C. Jatabalde?
Tawdon O.C. Jatabalde.
Office makko men tay mo dari ka dambuga ma fokkiti natude office makko on sato o wi'iti hari Jatabalde no andela wi Mr. Bari ko wadma.
Then when we reached at Brikama, we found Jatabalde standing at the door of his office because he knew me before. So when he saw me, he asked me, Mr. Barry, what is the problem? That's the time when the policeman explained or narrated the whole thing to him and showed him the file.
Medical report adda.
He said, now it's finished. Go and find a medical report and bring it. I left there, came to Serakunda, continued to Banjul, and I went to the RVTH. $15. I saw another driver who I was acquainted to. I stopped him and talked to him. He gave me $15. Then I went and met Dr. Rao, the doctor who performed the operation on me. I explained to him that, well, I've been to the police, but they said, let me find a medical report. He personally went up, he wrote down the report and brought it down. They typed it, and then he came out and found me sitting outside under the sun. He gave me this report. I went home and stayed at home for 2 days because my leg became swollen to the point of it disabled me. I was unable to move or go anywhere during those 2 days. When I became a little bit better, after the 2 days, I took that medical report and went with it to Brikama. I found a parade going on. The police were on parade at the Brikama station, but when Jatabalde sighted me, he left the parade ground and came and met me. He asked me, have you got the medical report? I said, yes, here is the report. I gave it to him.
Medical report statement
he took the medical report and also joined it with the statement that the policeman gave him. He said we should go to Banjul now.
Mr. Barry, and just so that we are clear, I mean, you've given a statement to the police and now they asked you to produce a medical report, which you had to do, at great expense to your health because you still had not fully recovered. Did they tell you the purpose of doing all of these things or gathering all of this information? Why were you doing it?
Mr. Barry, I'll need to wonder Be wino ma yahu pour yaha daboya o medical report. Te kono do ay janude yahande daboya o medical report har a jonni no ko biara statement be jetino statement mao. Be ma ya adda medical report ay addo medical report. Nda be haalan no makko dalila ko sababu ko hondo woni baawo dum ko wadi ko taki be mottindira kafindira di statement aji bo dum woni di kaydiji fo dabbe haalan no ko hondum be pari
joni ko be wilan dum dom.
Well, after that what they told me,
la wadi mi ndari be mi holaki be mi wadi medical report on photocopy.
Well, after checking the situation, I didn't trust them fully. I decided to photocopy my medical report. I gave them the photocopy and I kept the original.
Mr. Barry, I asked a question. I don't know if it was clear in the interpretation as to what the purpose of you getting, the medical report and writing your statement at the police station was. Do you know what the police needed those items for?
Wiki Olandi gongo duwoni wi wonde ma joni no statement joni kadi be wi ya han ko wiata ko medical report joni nda hida andi do ko wadi be warama o yaha arafo nda hida andu no ko honno be ebuno
min jata balde ko winola o wi
what Jata Balde told me was that
mujin odo minabo mako IGP dum wana affaire police ko affaire state house ko dum o wila.
What Jata Balde told me was that this is not a police affair. What I am planning to do is to take you to the state house.
Joni men mi addi o medical report mi joni mo retti wadi lanka moto makko.
That was when I came and gave him these documents. That's the time he put me on board his vehicle.
I mean hewti Banjul headquarters.
When we reached the Banjul police headquarters,
when I
alighted from the vehicle, he himself called me on the other side. There was another policeman who called me on the other side and they aided me for me to climb the stairs and go upstairs.
Deputy IG kanko ko hadon o yahata.
And what he told me was that they will try and take me to the deputy IG, and that's where he can stop.
That's their procedure.
That's their procedure.
When menati tunje so what in Indarila, Ondari Jatabaldo, what happened to this man?
When we reached the man's office, he looked at me, then he looked at Jatabalde and questioned Jatabalde, what has happened to this man?
Accident with a state guard vehicle.
That's the time when Jatabalde told him that this man had an accident with a state guard vehicle.
How do you call Deputy IG Jso, we.
Then Deputy IG Jso said,
we come from Jogi Golle have the millions job to do all that time.
Then Jso, the IG at that time, said he had 1 million jobs to do. He doesn't have time. He took the files from Jatabalde's hand and put them inside a cupboard.
So the deputy IGP at the time you're saying was too busy to see you?
Yeah.
Any our deputy IG on doing hiki do yeso police ben woni jayso wi wonda makanko jungo makono no hibbi ha golle no dudire mo wattu
o wila mo jogi millions job ko gollata wala time joni o detti file on wadi ka cupboard.
What he said is that he has 1 million jobs to do. He doesn't have time. He took my file and put it inside a cupboard.
So in other words, he had more important things to do than attend to you.
Awa hino wa ini ko duwoni kanko himo jogi golle dudude dana hide hebi nafa ko buri gedal ma an.
This is what he told me and this is what happened.
And you've already told us that your case was considered out of the jurisdiction of the police because it was a state house matter. Can you tell us why it was considered a state house matter?
Awi be wonda makade case ma duwoni accident ma kambe no be dartini no dum ko duwoni kambe police abe no hino buri be dole no ala e golle mabbe non ko sabu ko no ko golle state house ko yimbe state house nati emu da way halande yimbe ko hon dum firti
ndon ko firidi no because ko me arata jata baldi wilam odo ko affairs of state house.
Well, I think when we were going, what Jatabalde himself told me was that this case is a case concerning the state house.
When we deposited the file there, Jason Willa me yahomi ara on next week Wednesday and the balde tati mi aro.
Well, Jaiso told me to go home and come back there 3 days later.
Mi jokki mo don ko buri almost 3 to 1 month mi wawal mo yide hande kadi.
I followed him there up to the point of 1 month, but I cannot still see him.
Nende go mi ari do mini mi yata ha mi yabe.
One day I came there and I sat down. I said, I will not move away from that place until I saw him.
Lawadi former IG Ibunjai.
Well, fortunately, former IG Ibunjai,
Yaltika office makotung oyila kon waduma mi hala nima.
He came out of his office and saw me sitting down there. Then he came to me and asked me, what has happened? Then I narrated the whole thing to him.
No dilankander office mako.
He called me into his office. After that,
office
he went into Jason's office. He spent some time there and came out. He sat in front of me. He said to me, Mr. Barry, and I said yes.
I'm sorry, file on the Maggi.
He told me, I'm very sorry, but your file has got lost here.
Missing.
Your file is right now missing. That's what he told me. I looked at them and said, this world. I called some people, they helped me to go down the stairs. That's the time when I started struggling, walking by myself, bit by bit, until I reached the place where the arch 22 is now built. But at that time, there was no arch.
And Mr. Barry, just so that we are clear about just your physical condition at the time, where is J. Sow's office, the Deputy IGP, located at the police headquarters in Banjul?
Pour do labatang Mr. Barry ko duwoni on jaman on watumo yahayno da ton harida hila laja koyngal ma hino musama o jeyso duwon hekkido yeso police aɓe honto office mako wonno duwoni galle police aɓe jane den ton Banjul ko honto office mako wonirno
mo jabi the first floor on second floor on the office of IG on kanko ko odo office o woni mo.
Well, it was on top at the first floor, not far from the IG's office.
Did you say first?
Second floor, sorry, second floor. So it was on the second floor, also where the IG's office was also located.
So would I be correct in saying that you had the ground floor, you had the first floor, and then the second floor? You're talking 3 floors.
Awa hino ini awa siko etas ni aya hay ley jon ya dimong ya hay tammo ngadi.
It was on the second floor.
And you had to walk up all those flights of stairs to get up to that office on your crutches in pain.
Oh, hino wa ini ange del de ma de yara no da ko ben den eterno da jawda ha hewtu da ka office jayso.
This is what I do. I have to call some people to help me so that they can take me upstairs and up to his office.
How did they take you?
Kono be nabirma
ko goddo wona do don to dungango wada e solda makko o wadani e nabala.
Well, I have to be sandwiched by 2 people, each one holding my shoulder, and this is how they used to carry me, and I also try to walk as they take me upstairs until I reach the office.
When you were coming down, how did you get down?
Joni sidon jippare non ko honno wadir don fere ha jippo don
sakkito don ko wila wonde mati falan o majji mi wadi discourage jonde nyande ko goddo ari o wadi ni mi o bambilan wadi dan ka ba makko ko on jippini lan le.
The day they told me that my file has been missing, in fact, when I was going downstairs that day, it was only one person. In fact, he has to put me on his back and descend the stairs with me on his back.
And this was because you were unable to walk down the stairs?
Amunda dun sai dun wadi o bambu maga bawo maga on wawani seppande hoore mo wawani yahande hoore mo ko dun taki o bambi on.
Ko dun aldi dun kone.
Yes, that was the reason.
And on that day, you said you walked. Where did you go to, and how far did you have to walk?
o inde nyalanda o wi wonde yimbe wondama on seppuno seppugol mongol no yeyi gelendema honto ha honto hono dum woddiri seppugol ngol
mi iwi Banjul headquarter la jogis kosiji din ko non mi ardi mi fecciri RBTH ilan yaha mi anda ko mon to monni wadi stress joni fada mo gomi hay mi anda hawno mon wadde ha ko mi hewti loy ayda darame mo iwi ka office ka courthouse mo yalta.
Well, what I did that day was, after I was brought down the stairs, I decided to struggle, because as far as I was unable to do anything, I decided to walk bit by myself. I came all the way until I passed the gates of the RVTH, and I came until where the law courts, and that's the time when Ida Drame was coming out of her office when she saw me.
From the High Court.
From the High Court, she saw me.
Mr. Barry, before we move on to the evidence about Ida Drame, can you just tell us why you were walking such long distances? Why were you not able to take public transport, for example?
o wi joni do en yahude fi sengo Aida Drame gon ko feƴƴi ko hakkunde ma e makko dayda way haalande yimɓe ko honɗum sababi taki ida seppuɗa gilandema ka police ko galle maɓɓe jana ɗen ɗum woni Banjul to seppuɗa a ƴeƴenta heɓade ngo miijo wigol wondema fata mi jola e nder moɗo ɗum woni commercial véhicule numéroji jama o mi yaha
andi on sati wona moto wo mi wata ƴawde ko min daru simi heɓa e minibus haray koyngal nga mi wawa nga wadde banku mi ƴawa sa jonni lan e togo motoji ni mi watta ƴawde because koyngal nga mi watta nga wadde banku ni.
Well, the reason for that was I had to look for a minivan or a minibus. That was the type of vehicle I can climb up slowly and be able to sit down. I cannot go into every vehicle because when going up, I have to try and bend my leg so that I can be able to go in and sit down. This was the problem. I cannot board every type of vehicle. This is why I had to walk.
So it was not, it was only a particular kind of vehicle that you could have access to.
awa hino wa ini muroji dantan di andandama ko di woni tan ko di andandama on hida wawi jolde e mum jododa samora seeda.
Yes.
And during this time when you were going back and forth at the police headquarters, did they tell you what, if anything, happened with the driver of the state guard vehicle, Dauda Sane?
Yoni on wattu gilandema fuɗɗiɗa yahugol yaha ara on hakkunde ka ma ha e ka police aɓe ka galle maɓe jane ɗum woni police headquarters nda wattu heɓuno ɓe haalanma wondema ko honɗum waɗi on Dawda Sane ɗum woni driver state guard o woodi ko heɓimo.
You had told us that Dambele said he had been driving without a license. Do you know whether he was prosecuted for that or charged with any offense?
Sabu a wiino ɗo yimɓe wondema ɓawo num wiɗa wondema Dambele wiinoma wondema hari mo doginde moto on Dawda Sanejo kono o alano lansine o alano insurance nda a faami ari e faamugol ma wondema nda kaɓɓe naɓunomo yi suudu ñawore ɓe ñawomo.
I just said driving license, not insurance.
Driving license makko.
Ko addi ɗum jamono on sati kala golludude ɓen ɗon sa inni hay a jogaki kaydi ɓe landota ko makko wono menen ɓe landoto men.
Well, those days, what was happening was that if you happen to be walking in areas where that man was walking, they don't ask you about anything. We are the people on the streets, civilians, who were asked for papers, but those people were scot-free.
What people are you referring to, and who are you referring to as that man?
Ko yimɓe homɓe wonɗa e fiide fi mum ɗo sa wi o e gorko.
Spécial on sati ko le ko ɗe yajame woni gollude andi on ɗon nafo susatamo landago kaydiji ka.
In those days, when I said those people, it's Yaya Jammeh. And people in those days working for Yaya Jammeh, nobody had the daring mind to ask them for their papers.
So are you saying that they were above the law?
Da joni a faala wiide ni kamɓe hiɓe dow loi on.
Mi wiyata hiɓe dow loi on kono waɗananno seede nokkugo ñande mi arno ka galle maɓɓe to ɗenna maire boja mini mi yiyamo so dari ɓe inni wawata yiide drafa no jooɗi yeeso am min daari mi tawi ɓe ɓuri landole.
Well, why I said that was there was a day when I personally went to Mayor Bojang's compound to see this driver, Dauda Sane. Soldiers came and stood in front of me and said, I cannot see the driver. And the driver was sitting right in front of me. I was looking at him, he was looking at me, but the soldiers refused and said, I cannot see him.
And My apologies. I just wanted to add that was it because of the fact that they were above the law, that is why nothing had been done about your case.
La dum don ko sababi dum don ko dum woni ko firdi ko dum woni kambe awa hibe ko hibe dow luwa on ko dum tagi be nabirma non be wadirma non.
Well, this is how I saw it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barry. I think we'll have to stop here for today. We've gone over our time. So we have an opportunity to continue with your testimony today, tomorrow morning. But before I hand over, Mr. Chairman, I just have one procedural aspect to do, and that is to tender the medical report that the witness had mentioned in his testimony. It is dated the 29th day of October, 2002, and it is titled Medical Report on Abdoulie Barry, and it's signed by one Dr. Raoul, which is an orthopedic surgeon at the Royal Victoria Hospital, and the exhibit number is exhibit 130A.
Request granted. Thank you, Counsel, and thank you, Mr. Barry, for your testimony. We will continue tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock sharp. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Joni kaman wi joni a jarama seede an kadi argol mangol e jonna seedegal maga joni ni wayni en darna do haala kan ha jango bimbi e wattuji sappo bimbi hawren do.
Yeah.